Hello, my friends, and welcome to today's video break. Psalm 47, verse 2 says, "How awesome is the Lord Most High, the great King over all the earth." Just the invitation right before that was, the worship leader bringing us and asking us to clap for joy for what God is doing. But now he's placed some really significant names, the King over all the earth. And so I think our worship has names. When we think of worshiping God, what name goes through your mind where it's worthy, where you could say, okay, I'm going to worship now? This is the name of God. He called God awesome in this passage, and he called God King over all the earth. How awesome is the great God? How awesome. And so sometimes we throw that word around, awesome. Well, that's really awesome. And we can get really excited about things in our life. And, it happens. But I'm just wondering if some things are really trumping God, getting the awesome word before God gets the awesome word, getting the credit where God deserves the credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, every day, it's not my ability that I walk through the day and being able to do what I do any more than you. And so just making it through the day is awesome. Wow, God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for helping me through this day. How awesome you are. And I think, the psalmist is trying so desperately to get us, that I believe when he was penning this passage, is to get us to notice the work of God, to notice how awesome he truly is, and to give God praise because he is an awesome God. You ever thought about God being awesome? What about King? What's the King over all the earth? And when I think of that, that means I'm his daughter, and you're either his son or his daughter. Before his authority, we get to bow. And that makes us what? If he's the king, then that makes us his child, of course, and that makes us his princess or his prince. And that's who we are. And the attention is so diverted to our king. I used to have these visions that when I would get up in the morning, that I would kneel before the king to receive my assignment for today. That was a season of life that I went through that God taught me, that I'm in his kingdom. And so, friends, you realize that this isn't our kingdom, but we're praying for his kingdom to come, not our kingdom. We're not, and sometimes we're just so darn spoiled brats that when we don't get our way with God, we pout, and all kinds of weird things. But can you imagine? I just want us to imagine God being our king. The reverence of that setting of God being our king in our mind, just setting it down in our mind, letting it set there for such a period of time that you meditate on it right now, you think about it, and then you think about it all day long. You kept bringing it back up. And I'm praying that's what happens. And so if God is your king, how will you respond to your day? Of course, you respond under his authority as your king. Be blessed, my friend.